our current Ward 9 councillor, please, I think that's correct. Is that correct, sir? Right. And current Deputy Mayor of the City of Calgary, Gar Gar.
Well, elected representatives from the province, and I find that they cover a lot of ground. So in the spirit of getting on with the important agenda of tonight and celebrating the youth, I'm going to try to be brief, but I am a politician and I am holding a microphone, so we'll see what we can do. The first thing I want to do is I want to acknowledge my colleague, George Chahal, the other GC on Calgary City Council, who I noticed just walked in. Please stand up. And I want to, I think, take a moment to offer this piece of color commentary. Obviously, we are a country and a province and a city of immigrants, and we're all here. What we do in the City of Calgary now in this age of truth and reconciliation is that we acknowledge that we settle this land by virtue of a peace treaty that was signed before your place. And we do so to acknowledge the fact that since time immemorial, different people have come to this land and they've gathered here and they've agreed in a spirit of peace and mutual cooperation to build community together. And so when we acknowledge the fact that we are Treaty 7 people as the City of Calgary, we are reclaiming that truthful and important part of our history. And I think it ties very much into the South Sudanese experience, because as you heard, we're all immigrants and we're all here to make a better world together. And tonight, on behalf of our amazing Mayor, Nahed Nenshi, my amazing colleagues on Calgary City Council, appreciating the words from our colleagues from the province, let's get on to celebrating our youth. I want to thank Gar Gar for helping organize this, all the organizers, and I will turn it over and say congratulations to all the award winners.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, we have looks like just a couple more guests. Next up, we'd like to invite our Alberta Senator in Waiting. Please come on up, Mr. Mike Shea. We have a lot of mics on the agenda. There's a few more comments. Thank you, sir.
So I am one of the last speakers. What is the last speaker that might? I feel like the latest husband of Elizabeth Taylor on their wedding night, when it has to be done, or all has been done. So whatever I wanted to say, it's all been said, so I'm going to be very brief. So I am an immigrant, and I came to Canada about 45 years ago, and my secret is exactly what you just done, is education. Learn, earn, and return. You have heard me say that before, some of you. Learn means not just learning going to school, but also learning from other people's experiences and mistakes, yours or other people's mistakes. Earn means not only just going to school, going to work and make money and earn for your family, but also to earn respect of others. Remember that, earn respect of others, and of course return it by giving it back. So I'm going to leave very brief notes for you, and I'm going to be directly speaking to the students who have graduated, and in fact all the youth who are here. I'm going to talk about just a couple of few secrets in your success for your careers. Whatever you decide to do, stick with that. Remember that, stick with that career, and never ever waver until you are completed that goal. Number two, this is a secret which I propose all of you to follow that, which I did. Whatever the profession you want to go into, whether it is doctor, engineer, accountant, police officer, or whoever you want to be, find a mentor. Find a mentor at early stages of your career so that that mentor could help you succeed your goals. And you may think finding a mentor is difficult. Trust me, it is not. It is not difficult. If you need to find a mentor, you simply have to now Google today and you will find mentors in your field. Anyway, so there are a lot of speeches, so I'm going to say congratulations to the students. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. All right, just before we get to handing out the awards to our youth, which are, of course, why we're here today, we do have one more guest continuously sneaking in, and I saw another one who snuck in who wasn't recognized. Can we welcome Mr. Mohammed Yassin from Calgary Alberta? Is that correct? Yes. Welcome, Mohammed. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Okay, next we have up a former colleague of mine in the Calgary Police Service. I can say that the showman has, I think he put in over 20 years, is that correct, sir? Just over 20 years serving the citizens of Calgary. He does have a bit of a low member going on, so nobody critique him in regards to that. But I can attest that he's been a hard-working police officer who served this community well. So can we please welcome up the superintendent, or one of the superintendents of Calgary Police Service, Mr. Mike Gordon. Come on up.
Thank you very much. And I was firstly going to apologize for the mustache because it's something I've never grown before and it really is horrible. So I'm going to start out with that. And I will be quick. I'll take the lead of everyone else that's come up here. But it really is quite exciting to see the awards up here, and that's something I will be quick to get to. But I do want to say a couple words. And I know Gar Gar is here. I've seen some of your Facebook videos, so I don't believe that you're actually shy, but I do want to say that you are a wonderful representative of the South Sudanese community, but also the community of Calgary. So I do want to thank you for all that you do. So what? Yes. And one additional thing, and it's not in my speech, I do promise that it is quick, but I do want to thank the members of the Calgary Police Service, Raul, Carla May, Claire Smart, and Dan, who all do amazing work for the community and themselves. So I do want to thank them. They are proud of the Calgary Police Service, and they do amazing work for us, and I don't think they get thanked enough for the amount of work that they do, so thank you. So, to start, good evening on behalf of Chief Mark Neufeld. I want to thank you for inviting me to join you in honoring the outstanding youth in our city. As officers, we often meet community members during times of hardship. And tonight I have the privilege of sharing in your celebration, and I am grateful to be here. The Calgary Police Service values the relationship we have with the South Sudanese community, and without your support, and the support of many other community groups, we would not be able to serve the citizens of a vibrant city as well as we do. Much like your organization, the service recognizes the importance of supporting and empowering Calgary's youth. To support our diverse community, the service has a specialized department called the Community and Youth Services Section, where numerous officers dedicate their time and career to supporting youth education, youth intervention, mentorship, crime prevention, and diverse community groups. Many youth in our city face adversity every day in their lives, and achieving educational goals can be put on hold as a result. We're here to recognize the youth who not only met their own educational goals, but who have helped others along the way who also needed support to pursue their goals. As officers, it is our duty to show care and concern for the well-being of others. And as I look around the room, I see so many of you who have demonstrated compassion and courage in your community. We thank you for this commitment and celebrate with you as we are all one large community supporting one another. We have seen firsthand that when community members and organizations like yours provide positive support to others, it has an invaluable impact on our city. For all those reasons, we are so grateful for our relationship with the South Sudanese community, and we do not take that support for granted. We know our partnership with you makes a big difference in the lives of the Calgarians. So on behalf of the entire Calgary Police Service, thank you, and please enjoy tonight.
You
hand the microphone over to Gar. Of course, an event like this would not occur if it wasn't for the generosity of people within the community and Calgarians. And
I said, hey, I think there is this idea, and how can we go about it? And as soon as I just said 5 years ago, they said, no, I think we should have been on the 5th annual right now. I would like to take the moment to personally, to deeply say thank you to the organizations, but to the individuals. The first person that I reached out to I believe if I call somebody, if they're here, I hope they can stand up. So at least our community can see them, and also at least people can know. And also we can see it's not just being here, but also supporting what they believe in. The first person that I would like to call is Mike Shea, auxiliary, Calgary police, and I started talking to him, and I reached out with no hesitation, and he was willing to help. Nevertheless, I think a lot of people also, through the things that I do, I reached out for them. I reached out to Councillor Gar Gar, he's there, and also he supported us to make this dream come true, but also showing us, like what are the things that we can do and stepping forward. Nevertheless, though, the person that I usually bother with, and I think bothering me sometimes, I just call and say, hey, like, is this one is possible? And sometimes she comes in. She's always building on that leadership, and she sees things in you. But also she did things in the things that we want to do in the future. I would like to, and I usually call her inspector, and she say no. And I usually call constable all the time, and she declined. And she said, just call my name. And I think I tell her, well, we were born, we were raised with both uncle and aunties, and that's something will take time. So I would like to give a thanks to Acting Inspector, Claire Smart, for also stepping forward, and for also leading the community. And sometimes she's saying, I'm a half Sudanese, and I think that's something means a lot. And thank you. And also believing that the community could actually step forward and leading what we can do. I would like also to take the seat. I think the award could have never happened because we fell short and a lot of things were coming downhill. And she stepped in. I would like to, I don't know if Angie is here. Angie? Right, all the last minute she was able to help us to get the award started and to bring that perspective to life. Those are the individuals that I wish I can have the paper because there were so many of them. But those are the memories that I always take. But the most important is always the coffee conversations. And I think it's interesting right now. And on my way to the washroom, I met a couple of ministers. And I'm in ministry. And I met the father, they were having conversation. So they're like, why are you going back and forth? And I was on Facebook Live talking about the awards. And when I talked to them about it, they were able to chip in right away and they said, you know what, we will actually be able to help you if there is an opportunity. And they did so, but then they actually multiplied. So whatever amount that they said, they came back and then they had more. And they were asking, like, the main thing was having those kids have awards. I would like to call them. I haven't even grabbed another coffee with them. I think it's the last one, and then the next thing you know, they're here. Pastor Brian.